Joining us now is Indiana Air National Guard Commander Brigadier General Michael Stoller and Indiana National Guard Lieutenant Colonel Adam Barlow. Welcome both of you to this, and what a wonderful part of this week-long celebration tradition. I'll start with you, uh, Brigadier General Stoller. Let's talk about just the history of this and how amazing it is for young people to enlist in this way.
Right, in this environment at the racetrack, it's just phenomenal. And we've been doing this for years. It's such a joy to see young Americans raise their hand to say, I'm going to defend this great nation of ours. We had about 200. You saw 180 enlistees of all branches of the service last week here, right here by the pagoda in this environment. It's just really special.
How do those numbers compare? How do they compare to prior years?
Yeah, in prior years, ma'am, we've had a kind of a downward trajectory in our recruitment, but with just the excitement that we have under new leadership and also with the innovation that we're seeing right now with technology. We're on the cusp of a technological revolution that's going on with AI, with cyber, with our aircraft, and the military's at the forefront of that, developing those things for our young service members, and it's a really cool time to be in the military.
Yeah, I was struck listening to J.D. Vance at the Naval Academy commencement ceremony, and he's showing respect for the troops. He's shaking every single one of their hands, which I thought was remarkable and noteworthy. But also he's talking about no more dumb wars. Like we want you to be lethal. We want you to be prepared. By the way, we're going to talk about fitness too. We want you to be fit, not fat, as Pete Hegseth has been saying. But also, we're going to use you in a way that's really in the service of our national defense, not for dumb wars. No more.
Sure. And when we take the oath, as a National Guardsman, we take the oath to not only the governor, but the President of the United States for any domestic operations the governor may need us to do, or any federal call-offs that the President may do. We don't choose the wars we fight.
I know you don't.
We wear the uniform, and we're proud to do that, and we march into battle when needed. But it is nice to know that we have top cover. We have leadership now that will certainly not put us in frivolous wars, and we will have. They'll support us. We know they'll support us with equipment. They'll support us with the training, and I think that's why you're seeing an increase in.
What kind of feedback are you actually getting from the troops themselves? I mean, we're seeing these recruitment numbers go up, but what exactly are they saying?
Yes, so we're seeing welcome to Speed City.
I know, right?
Awesome. Yeah, we're seeing the soldiers are excited. You talked about lethality, so we're back to the wartime environment. We're looking at large-scale combat operations again. We're not the GWOT days, the GWOT Chaplain days for the people out there. Those are over, and we're looking at our near peers and how can we develop, how can we train, and how can we be ready for what we're seeing happen in Ukraine and across the globe. And so it's exciting to be able to really train for that war fight that we're meant to be a part of.
And I think people underestimate young people. A lot of older people underestimate. They want a challenge. They want to be pushed. They want to become their best. That's why I really love sort of like MAHA. The Make America Healthy Again movement is meeting the military, and you see Pete Hegseth at the top saying, "Hey," and being very blunt about it. We want you to be fit, not fat. That's a challenge for people, and I think that makes our military better, right? How much has that played into that sort of high expectations?
I think young people want that. They want to be part of a bigger team, something bigger than themselves, something that they can give back to the nation for. And fitness is certainly part of what we do in the military. We have to be fit. We have to be in shape. We have to be able to endure long hours, and I think you're seeing that in the young folks that are.
Let's be really frank. Pete Hegseth and President Trump came into this new administration saying, we're going to take the woke out and focus on mission. Has that been something that you've been hearing from young people that is resonating with them?
Sure, absolutely. I'm an infantry officer, and we're the grunts on the ground, and we want to train, and we want to be ready to fight our nation's wars, and so we're back to focusing on that.
Yeah. You want to do push-ups and training, not DEI classes?
It's significant. And in a guardsman's life, they have civilian occupations, they have education that they're doing, and then they have 16 hours a month to train. Any hour that you take out of that combat training and readiness is significantly degrading to our capabilities.
Give me one last pitch, Brigadier General, for any young people out there who maybe are thinking about joining the military. What would you say to them?
I would say definitely start Googling, looking around at different branches of service. Look at the National Guard. We have a great dual role as a citizen and as a soldier, and yeah, it's exciting times. I challenge you to take a look at that and get educated on what the military can offer you.
Well, thanks for what you guys do. Thanks for your service, and thanks for being such a great example to young people and doing this amazing ceremony right here as part of the Indy 500. So great to have you both on.
Thanks, Rachel.
Such an honor. All right. Everyone loves a comeback story, especially when it's bringing jobs back to the U.S. We'll talk to the CEO and founder of Guardian Bikes